Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. It's Laurette, the Vintage Paper Girl. Welcome to my studio. I'm very happy you're here with me today. I've got a nice fun project for us. We're going to be taking contemporary tags and making them vintage. So, how is everybody? Are you all good? I hope so. Hope everybody's well. I know some of you have had some issues lately, so hopefully we're all getting better, right? Okay, let's get busy because, you know, time just flies when we're working around here or playing. When we're playing in the studio especially, right? Work, drags, but play doesn't. So anyway, we're going to take some very beautiful tags from Sam Poole. And let's see. I think these are bunny journal cards. They are not Easter. They are bunny journal cards. And these are vintage bunnies. But they're made on contemporary paper. You know, they themselves are not vintage, even though the bunny images. And she's done a very good job of making them look just gorgeous. So what we're going to do today is we are going to turn these beautiful bunnies into some vintage bunnies that look vintage. So, and we're going to do a couple of different, you know, procedures or ways to make that happen. So I'm going to pull up a mat. I got it all nice and clean and ready to go. Hopefully it's all dry. Yep, we're good. So I thought we'd kind of do them a couple of different ways and just kind of play around and do some aging techniques on them. Okay, so let's start with this one. Well, let's start with maybe, I'm thinking now. Let me just think for a minute which one I want to start with. Well, first thing I want to start with is I want to definitely ink the edges because I want to age the paper, right? I want it to look older. This is already, has a pale pink on the back. I don't know if you can see it. It's a 44-pound light cardstock presentation paper. Gets good color. But I'm going to kind of crunch it a little bit because it's very bright white, first of all. So I want to run now I've created some interest in the paper, right? And I'll straighten it all out, of course. I also want to take my scissors and get yourself a pair that are maybe, that will open up all the way. So you can just do a little aging on the edges. And then we'll go back and ink again. Usually old paper does not have a full sharp corner on it. So I'm going to round them. Just the way I like them, right? Then I'm going to go back and ink again because now I've roughed up that paper. It's going to grab that ink and make itself look old. One of the reasons I crumpled it was to give it dimension. I don't know if we're going to see the back or not. I'm probably going to glue something on the back. Then I'm going to go back and straighten it out a little bit because I don't want it to stay like that. I just wanted to crease it so it would grab the ink. That's a good technique for making something look older. See, already this tag and this tag, it has some age. Now, I'm not going to leave that white down there. I wanted to create a longer tag, so I left the white instead of cutting it off. This one, I cut off the excess, right? So I wanted to make this a taller tag. Now, I may cut the corners when I'm all said and done. I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking about it. Now, I'm going to want to eventually put it in something or put it on behind something. Let me grab my backing. I have some backing pages that I like to use to put behind things too. So it's kind of a collection of old, messy papers. All right. I want to see if I have any embossed paper in this pack. I don't think I do. I think these are all just straight papers. Yeah, they're just papers, which I will be using maybe on the front too. Huh? I like that. That's a good one. Excuse the noise. I've got another pouch here. This one I have some embossed pages. I've got some other stuff we can use. Let me grab the things I think I want to use. So I don't have to keep going in and out of this pack all day. excuse the noise. I apologize. It can be noisy when you get into these pouches are crinkly. But some people like the crinkle, so it's up to you. So what I want to do is pull out some things we could use to age them up, make them look a bit older. And I want to add some of this to the bottom. Now this one's already got, it's very thick. Oh, this is the watercolor paper. I love using that. I put some gold embossing on here, which I could probably emboss it a little bit, gold on it. Now, I don't want to cover up too much of that pink. I really like it. So maybe I'll use this at the top instead of the bottom. I'm going to bring that down. You know what? I should... I'll put it up there. I was thinking I should bring it down to cut off the edges. So hopefully you enjoy this little video. I am going to ink it to give it some age. I don't want it bright white on there because that would, again, make it more contemporary looking. And we don't want it to be contemporary. We want it to have some age. And then I think I want to put a little bit of like crunkly paper under there. Definitely want some ink on my... You know what? I think I have. I bought a little... Why can't I find it? I bought one of the Tim Holtz tools. Aha. I see it. Don't mind me. Yay. I haven't ever used it. I bought it and I keep forgetting about it. And I just remembered it. It's supposed to... Yeah, I don't know. I think my scissors work just as well, if not better. But you know, I'll get the hang of that, I'm sure. I also think I might want to put just a hint of, like, I have a little bit of pink on this one. You don't really see it, but it kind of gives it a little bit different patina. All right, we got that. I might use gold on one of these too. I don't know. Maybe this one. This one might look pretty with a little gold stuff on it. We'll see. All right, so I want to put this on here, and I want to put a little bit of the brown paper. Yep, definitely want to do that. And I want to use some Distress ink. So I hope you're going to craft along with me today. I decided not to do Stack Your Stash this week. If I do, maybe I'll do it on Friday. I couldn't really come up with, just couldn't think of anything to do this week. So I'll have to look through all my stuff and see if I can come up with another one. I know I had other ideas we haven't used, and I don't know, I blanked on it. I'm not inspired by Stack Your Stash this week. Some weeks I'm so inspired, I can't wait to share with you. Got some great ideas, but this week I'm struggling with the Stack Your Stash. So I don't think we're gonna do that this week. So I've got a lot of stash already. I don't know about you guys that are building. It's getting pretty big. I'm kind of getting worried about having too much stash. I'm actually having problems storing it. You know, I just have so much in my room because I do so many videos and the shop and everything. I just have too much in here. I just don't really want any more stash. So maybe I'll just do one so you can build your stash, because I don't need to build any more stash right now. I'm overwhelmed with my stash. I've got way too much stuff. So, but I'll do it for you guys. Uh-oh, that's not going to work. I knew it. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. It's still wet. I got lucky because I used that other glue. You know, let me put this on. And then let me get a cloth and wipe off the glue. It just adds to the aged look, right? Then I'll trim that all off to go. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see. Actually, I'll just bend it forward and ink it. I love these bunnies. Oh my gosh, they're beautiful. Okay, I will go up the sides though. I got to keep that in the confines of the tag. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Oh no, oh no. Okay, well, we can fix that. We'll add another layer, won't we? There was glue on there, so it grabbed the... I gotta be careful whenever I put fresh ink on here. I'm so not used to having a well-inked pad. All right, let's get some glue on here. See, I was able to cover up that mess I made there with the ink, so you can always do that. All right, so our tag's getting a bit older looking as we go. Okay, now what else can we do? Oh, I know. Well, we could add a bit more embossed paper and then some sheer lace. I'll show you over it. Let me throw this in here. Okay, do I have any of this already in a bag? No, do I have anything ready to go? Oh, I've got some print. That's kind of cool. Maybe we could use some of that. Wait, what was I doing where I used so much of it? Oh, I didn't end up with the printed part. I ended up with a different one. Well, I didn't know that was on the bottom of that. Well, heck. I messed that up pretty good. Well, I'll just use that. It's fine. It's fine. I've been sure doing a lot of ripping lately, haven't I? All right, sorry I got quiet there. I was concentrating because, you know, ripping is not my strong suit. So the more layers we add, the older it starts to look. You know me, I gotta have a little ink everywhere. I don't want to work on this. This is all vintage stuff, so I need to be careful with that. Okay, let me get some more ink on this. I'm not having my luck with my ink today. I don't know. That's all right, because I'm going to put lace over that, so you're not going to see it anyway. I could flip it over if I'm not happy with that. But I'll put it on there. I'll figure it out. And then, oh gosh, my sewing machine's on the floor. It's in my way. Because I had done another video and I had a lot of, so let me see if I can find something I want to put on the bottom here over that. Ooh, I like that over the paper. I know I'm covering the embossed paper, but I didn't like how it came out, so I'm definitely going to have to back this. It's too flimsy. Oh, I like that. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to cut this off right here. Isn't that cute? One little piece. Put that in my little scrappy box upstairs there. Okay, I'm going to use some Fabri-Tac. Ah, it's cold. I got to warm it up again. Okay, let me do this. I also wanted to look for like a meshy. I was looking for like a net or a mesh or something to go on there. I'm not really finding what I want in here. I think I've got the wrong box, honestly. I just bought a whole bunch of those little bits, you know, and I don't know where oh, I've got this cute little scrap bag. Maybe I've got something in here. I think I got this from my friend Marlene at Uniquely Ella. I had bought one of her scrap bags, and excuse the noise. Ooh, I've got some fun stuff to use. Ooh, I could use that on the bottom. Oh, I don't have to use it all on the same one, right? Let me put that out. Let me put that out. Ooh, and that one. Okay. I got some good stuff to play with here. Marlene has great scrap bags when she has them. She doesn't have them all the time, though. Hopefully I just warmed this up enough to glue everything on here. Okay, I've lost the difference between the front and the back. Okay. All right. She's getting much more vintage looking as time goes on. Well, actually, I need to cover that up so it doesn't dry out. I might have dried out before I could get to it. And here we go. Very cute. Now, I think it needs more. So let's see, what else have we got? How about some words? How about if we put like some little words across the bottom? Or like do Paris. Okay, what I'm going to do is, I hate to cut this off because this is vintage book page. Actually, some of it's antique book page. It rips easily, but ooh, I hate to do anything to it. I'm holding my breath while I do that. I shouldn't do that, but oh gosh, I just had to be careful with it. No, I just have to be careful with this darn ink because I did just re-ink the pad. I mean the dauber, not the pad, the dauber. There. I'm liking that. That's from Sampool as well. I think that's her Creative Expressions stamp pad. Sam knows how much I love her stuff. I'm a huge fan. Huge, huge. I felt very blessed that she blessed me with some great tags at Christmas, but I didn't get to use them. And I felt so bad. So I was like, oh no. Okay, now I want to add some heft to the back. So I could just do a paper, or I could do more of a cardstock. But I think this might just add enough of what I want. So let's see if this will work. Let me figure out where I want to put this, because I'm going to rip it. Okay, this is the painter's paper. Find it at your local hardware store, paint shop. I get my local paint store. I don't get it at Home Depot. I get it at my local paint store, where we get our house paint and stuff. The people who painted our house, and then I get all my paint there from all my projects, or used to when I did all those projects, which I don't anymore, but I was always in there buying something from them. There's always some paint or something coming out of that store or project. It's also on the other side of the shop. The store is the salon where I get my hair done. Oh, I used to get my hair done when I was getting my hair done. Haven't been able to do that lately. So now, even though this is already pink on the back and I've, aged it, I'm gonna still put it on this paper. Now, before I do anything with this, I'm going to you'll see what I'm going to do in a minute. I may only get one tag done. I'm wondering. Hoping to do more. We'll see. Okay. Now let me get some more glue back on this, because I have now... It has started to dry. I have to fill my bottle again. I like it very full. That way it doesn't seem to dry out and cause me problems. Now you'll notice that I inked on this side. Well, you'll see why in about 2 seconds. Because I'm going to wrap it around this. And create an aged look. Okay, I'm concentrating. Sorry, guys. I wanted so desperately to play with these gorgeous tags and decorate an envelope to put them in, but I don't think this tag's too long, so it won't go in that envelope. Now, one of the things you can do is if you feel like, well, there's just too much here, you can rip it down a little bit. And this looks like, you know, maybe out of a children's book or something that someone had. And you just kind of manipulate it with your fingers. Kind of, as G. Kerr says, wrinkle it up. Wrinkle it. There, isn't that pretty? I feel like it needs a bow, but I don't know that I have anything. I could put something like that on the top. Or, let me see what I have in my... that might work. This is from My Scrap Cabin. What color is this? This is nude. Ooh, goodness. But I can say I'm loving the color. Now, if we want to make this a tag, we could cut it at this point, but I don't think I will. I could put a ribbon on it. I could just tie a bow, or I can wrinkle something up there, wrinkle it all up and make something. I think what I'll do is I'll make the bow and see what I think about the bow first. And if I don't like that, then, you know, we'll do something else, right? Let's go like this. I think the ties are too long. I think the bow is okay, but the ties are too long. Well, and we could just glue it at the top like that, or glue it up in the corner, or glue it down there. I think I'll glue it at the top. Okay. Let me see, which side do I like of the bow the best. I think this one's good. I think that's good to glue on. We'll glue it back here. And we could add a little something if we wanted in the corner, which I might do, I'm thinking. I think we'll leave that upside down since we're creating. Let's see, let's put a hole over here. And let me grab my, if I can, I need to get some things. You know, you never know what you're going to need. I tried to get everything out I thought I'd use, but when I start creating, you know, ideas come to my head, so I have to go with them, right? I don't want to ignore them. I'm looking for an antique gold. That's what I want. I'm almost out of those again, but you always have to buy all of them. They won't let you just buy antique gold. You always have to buy the full metal set. So I end up with a ton of other colors that I don't necessarily want. So let me do this. Let's go like this. And this darn thing locks on me all the time. Now, what I thought I would do on that one is either a little, a flower would be pretty, right? Because it's Easter, isn't it? It's a good time. Uh-oh. My charm box, I noticed the lid has broken. Oh, I'm going to have to change boxes out, because if I leave them in that and I dump that on the floor, oh boy. Darn it. I'm going to have charms everywhere. I'm going to have to switch out boxes. Shoot. Well, I'm glad I noticed it before I dump it on the floor. I'm going to just put this in here. I'm going to have a pretty little charm on there. I'm also thinking, was thinking a key initially, right? So there's some lovely brass keys in here. So let's see if I can find one that I like. That's kind of big. I was looking for something lacy and tiny, but how about that one? Because we want this to be very antique looking, right? I won't have time to do another one, so I need to get a move on here. Okay, if that works. Alrighty, let's put some things away so we don't make a mess. Okay, so that is how we went about aging that one, and that is, there's a pretty big difference between the two, I think. From new to old, from new to vintage. It's not sweet, I just love her. She's lovely. And of course we could ink more on the back if we really want to. You know, we can give it a good ink back here. You could write on the back of that. It's still kind of flimsy, to be honest. I would have liked a heavier, but you could glue it down on a page and then you wouldn't have to worry about it being flimsy, right? So let's move on. Let's do another one. What was I saying about her? I had an idea for her, didn't I, guys? But I don't remember what I said. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't remember. Oh, I like that on there. Okay, so let's start with some antiquing. I am gonna do this. Oh, actually, I'm probably gonna want to put it on some paper, huh? I'm gonna want to back it on something. I have this gorgeous Italian 1600s wormy paper, bookworm paper, that I got from Rachel at Roxy Creations. And I was thinking, wouldn't this be stunning? I sent all the way to Italy for this. So I was thinking I would make like a little folder thingy. Let's see what we can make out of this. Boy, that's ripped right there. Of course, the one corner I want to use. And I was thinking we would fold it in thirds. And then, you know, back it on that, but age it, and then we'll put it on that, right? So we can do that, right? So let's do it in thirds. That won't fit in our envelope either. So I don't think these bunnies are going in that envelope. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this back like this. And this is rag paper, so it's like, folds like fabric almost. And I won't put a hard fold in it until I'm sure we've got it the way we want it. Yes, there we go. Now you don't have to use this. You can use any kind of paper that you've got, scrapbook paper or newspaper, phone book page, magazine, whatever you got. Books of any kind. So then you open it up and you have, you know, all of this. And you have this little, which I probably would glue this down just to create a little side tuck, because this right here, I would not want it to move much. So I'm going to fix this right here. It's very sturdy where it's healthy. Of course, where it's not, that makes lines. Where it's not, I'm going to make a tuck right here. I'm also not going to, well, put a little glue there, and then I'm going to put some glue up the side there. Okay. And then you could put paper in there. I like having the pockets on the outside, so you could put a number of bunnies on there. We could put bunnies on 1, 2, 3 pages. And then on the inside, we can just lay some paper on it if we want. I'd have to see what kind of paper I have that would work with that. So this little bunny, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I don't know how far I'll get, guys. But isn't she pretty in there? Then we have this beautiful, yeah, so I'm thinking I'm going to do with this down here. So I'm going to put it down here across this. So you can still see the writing, but you've got this pretty little bit right here. Yep, loving it. Okay, there's a right and a wrong side. Believe it or not, I didn't realize that. Okay, I think we're going to cut it right here. Oh, it still leaves me a little piece. Yay. Let me get some Fabri-Tac. I think my hands, and then as the room is warming up, as it's kind of squish it up a little bit. I was going to stretch it out, but then I realized, no, I kind of like it squished up. Okay. That's her first thing. So instead of putting that on her, we'll put something else on her, but I wanted to definitely put this on here once I realized where I could go with it, right? All right. So we've got that on there. Don't you love this paper? Oh my gosh, I love it. Then as we add cards, it will get a lot more body to it. See, that starts giving it some body there. Let's do the same with her. What am I looking for, guys? Oh. So we're aging them up by what we put them on, what we do to them, and what we add to them. So all those things will help you make your cards look Oh, I see. I see. Now this again is pink on the back, but I just don't feel like it's got a lot of body. And then we have her. We haven't done much with her to age her up either. I like my scissors. I think better than that tool. You just have to be careful you don't cut yourself. These are craft scissors from Creative Memories. Very old. When I used to be a consultant way back when. I'm going to say 1999, 2000, something like that. Very short time. I realized that there was no one here was staying home. Everyone was working out of the area. We were a bedroom community. And no one was home. No one was interested. It was really hard to find anyone at the time. I just couldn't find business no matter. And I'd always been successful in all at home, stay-at-home businesses. But not Creative Memories. Great products, but I ended up with a very expensive kit. And a whole bunch of stuff that I couldn't really use. I got a few parties, but they just didn't go anywhere. There weren't just enough of us at the time staying home. And those who were doing other things. I could find art classes and find women there, but it didn't transcend or translate to scrapbooking. Okay, now we have more to do, of course. So what else can we do? Let's see. Let me think. We do want something here. I did find some things. Remember, I was pulling them out of the box and said, "Ooh, what about this? What about that?" Oh, yeah. I love that on there. Let's put that on there. Isn't that pretty? That's another pretty thing. And maybe a little bit of paper or something on there. Oh, I hate covering up that writing. I love that right there, so I don't want to cover it up. Yeah, maybe if I do it like that, then I don't lose so much of it, right? Let's try it. I wanted to cover up some of the white, but I didn't want to cover up everything. So, oh, I left this open too long, darn it. I wasn't paying attention. It just has to get a tiny bit sticky, and then we're done for, right? So what's new? You guys do anything fun and exciting? I can't say that I have. Just do a few videos when I feel good enough and craft and work on the store a little bit. Jolene's really handling the store pretty much by herself. She does all the shipping and packaging, and she handles all the orders. I really haven't been, at this point now that I've got everything checked in, every now and then I make some things for her to put in the shop, you know, as far as packaging stuff up for her or whatever. I've got some beautiful lace French lace bridal appliques that are coming with pearls and sequins on them, and I'm packaging those for her so she doesn't have to do it. So I do stuff like that, but I'm not the day-to-day. She is the girl who ships out all the orders and all the thank you goodies, and I do make thank you packs. Some of them for my things, for the things that I put in the shop, and then she does the rest of them for the shop. So you're really dealing with her 99% of the time, unless it's something I've made. Then you're dealing with me. Oh, I got a little too much glue on there. I can still see those words under there, barely, but they're there. They're right there. Okay, I don't want to see that glue, so I'm going to use my glue eraser. I think we still have these in the shop. I'm not sure if we sold them out. We might have sold out of these. I'm not sure. You have to go look if you need one. They're great for, because I just got glue on his face. Uh-oh. Her face. Her face. Whoops, not a he. Her. I need a wet one. That dry one wasn't cutting it there. Okay, I need to get that off my hands before I get that on somebody's face again. I use the hand sanitizer. It has alcohol in it, so it really... Excuse me, I have the hiccups. Oh, no. Excuse me a second, please. Sorry about that. I got the hiccups and I need to stop them quick. I get them when I do videos because it's talking. All the air gets in there. Let me take those out for a minute. So, okay, we're getting going on this. I think they need like words or something else. We need to decorate them though, right? Don't we? And then we can put some more words on there. Okay, so we want to age these up some more, but I still want to use like some of my embossed, I have some embossed words here I'd like to use. I'm going to, I need a long one. I'll rip it in a minute, but I just need to get it out of this. This is just packing paper that I get from Amazon that I folded and then embossed with a bunch of different embossing folders. So it created some lovely words for me. But that's not the side I want. I want this side. There we go. Always got the chewed mouse look, I swear. Not the mouse is chewed. The mouse is doing the chewing. You know, this is bugging me. So let me... I got a spot that's just heavy, and it's just causing me no end of trouble. Okay, Okay, let's see if maybe I got that off there. I use the tests from my printer to clean things and test things and never waste anything. It's paper. If I can use it for a little bit, I will. Okay, so all right, I don't want to lose all the pink. So what I'll do is I'll move it up a little bit to right about there. There we go. And we'll glue that on. You know, just put some things on that look a bit aged, that don't look new. And that will help age your pieces up. Don't ask me why I'm gluing on top of that. I go like that. Okay, so my hubby and I are going to make oatmeal cookies. They're on my special diet that I'm on right now. It's not a weight loss diet, it's a medical diet. So I like that. There we go. Not that you're going to see that in the when it's tucked in, but I still think it's nice to, you know, kind of have that there. When you pull it out, you see, or you can pull it up and you can see it, and that kind of adds a little something to that. And I do like that pink down there, but I'm thinking I want some ribbon or something down there. Or maybe I'll put the ribbon at the top. Okay, and that little trick I do with my glue stick. And I'm just going to put a whole bunch of glue stick up there. I'm going to grab my ribbon. I'm going to lay it down, and I'm going to squish it up, like gather it as I go. This is the crinkle bias ribbon, I think it's called. I can never remember the name of this stuff. I think it's called bias. Well, it looks like bias tape to me, but I don't know that that's what it is. Oh, it's seam binding. Crinkled seam binding. I know what it is. I've been a seamstress my whole life, but having memory issues again. So it's like, okay, this needs something at the bottom. I know it does. I just don't. That doesn't do it for me. Let me see what I got. Oh, what about a little bit of this? You could kind of still see the stuff through it. This looks like it's tea dyed or coffee dyed, or it's pink. So I wonder if it's, what would you call that? Avocado dyed, maybe. I really like that. We wouldn't be leaving it all on there. Unfortunately, we'd be cutting off a bunch of it. Makes me sad, but to use it, I'm going to have to cut it, unfortunately. Back in the bag you go, my little friends. Okay, I need sharper scissors. Let's see if these will work. These are new precision scissors that I bought. Okay, well, they're tiny bits, but you never know. Yeah. I've got stuff flying everywhere, don't I? Let me put this away. Oh, do I want to glue with that? No, I think I want to glue with the Fabri-Tac. Oopsie. Oh, cute. Like it. Okay. Let me see what else we've got we can use. I'll put away some of the stuff. Now, if I want to keep them strictly antique, I wouldn't be adding a lot of pearls and things. So, you know, if I want to zhuzh them up more, then I would start adding the pearls and things to it. I love this, Sam. This is the prettiest piece right here. Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear the wind howling through the windows. It's storming today. It's a perfect day to be in the craft room playing. Making vintage bunny cards. Making a pretty vintage piece. Well, I hope it comes out pretty anyway. I don't know. We will see. It's up for debate still. It's so long, it's kind of in the way a little bit. I would be covering up all that French words, which, you know, I don't like to do. I just want a little something right there. So I think that piece is going to be too long, although I really like the piece. Maybe I'll use it in a different one. It's not over till it's over. I have a pretty little Paris piece, which I think would work well. And these are all on, usually on the vintage edges of vintage book, antique and vintage book pages. When I cut off the edges to do my work, I always save the bits, so. Yep, we'll put that there. Gosh, I don't really have much to tell you because our weather's taken a turn for the worse. We were in spring. It was 70 degrees. One day, pouring rain that night, and it's been pouring since, and the temperature has dropped dramatically. So, yeah, I don't know. I would say April showers, but we're okay. March showers. Came in like a lamb's going to go out like a lion, more than likely. Which is fine, because then we have, you know, a few April showers, and we have May flowers. And then we're into summer, which, yuck. I like spring. So, I do not like summer. I am not a summer girl at all. Don't care for it. I like the sunshine, but I don't like the heat. Used to love it. Just don't anymore. It's too hard on me. Okay. So, I think we need... I feel like I need something else. Those are all words from Sam Poole from her Dates from the Past, CEC 959 if you want to order it. I ordered mine. I think I got mine on Amazon maybe, or one of the Etsy shops. I honestly can't remember. Sorry, I am looking for words. I have to stand up to do it. I have so much at my feet right now. Oh gosh. Okay, there we go. Let me see what I have to play with. Oh, lots of little numbers. This is one of my favorite set of numbers. I feel like it needs to be down here somewhere. What do I have in this one? Oh, the same, but smaller numbers. No, I like this one. It's funny. You get hooked on a number and you're like, no, that's one I want to use. Let me just ink it a little bit. Well, as you can see, this is getting very old and vintagey looking. Vintagey. I don't think that's a word. There we go. Oh, shoot. That'll make a line. Oh, my hubby's got the sneezes, so if you hear him sneezing, excuse me. He has terrible allergies at this time of year. And, of course, it's very windy and rainy. and full of pollen everywhere. He came in from working in the yard the other day. I thought he was going to die because he's one of those guys that sneezes like 20 times in a row. Poor thing. Okay. So I don't know what else I want on that. I would say I want a bow on that. Again, I like the bows. I'm not usually a bow girl, but today I'm liking the bows. I've also got a cute little, you know what, I have darker versions of those. Let me see. 1 minute. These are vintage. This is vintage lace, and oh, it'd be so pretty on there. I was thinking maybe down here somewhere, just to lighten it up a little bit. It got a little dark in this corner here. Yeah, I'll put that, and then we'll do the... Or maybe put it right under there. Yeah. Gosh, I don't know if I want to do this or not. You know, sometimes when something's too bright for me, I will give it a little... Oh, my hand just cramped up. Oh. Boy, it's dry today with all the wind we've got for the storm. I mean, it's windy when it's not raining. Excuse me, I had to get some water. Couldn't even talk there. I was going to start sounding really odd. Okie dokie, guys. I'm sorry I'm quiet today. I guess because I'm concentrating, trying to show you how to do these. These are fun. I get it. You know, I'm in my happy place. You know I am. You can hear it. Okay, now let's get a bow up there. Should I do a lighter bow? Maybe a lighter bow. Let me see if I have a lighter color. Like I said, I just got this shipment in, so I don't know. Do you think that would be too light? Too yellowy? I don't know. Oh, wait. I have one that's not so yellow. What if we do this one? Maybe. Maybe. Let me see what else I've got. What else did I get from my buddy? I have bought a lot of this stuff from Aaron over the years. Oh my goodness. Crinkle seam binding. Now that's a different color. I just don't know. I guess we can make one out of, we can make a couple bows because I could use them for something else, right? Oh. I won't have time to do this one, but I will keep working on them and show you when I'm completed them. But I hope you're enjoying or learning some techniques for making things look older. You can ink up your ribbons and your flowers and your bows and everything that you're doing. You can distress it and make it look old. Let me just get this here. Okay, so we've got a little bow here. Yep, the puppies are all barking because the sirens are going. Sound like they were going to the hospital. Oh, someone at our local grocery store collapsed the other day, and I heard him. Well, we saw that ambulance and fire truck at the grocery store, and then we heard it come over to the hospital because we're right next to the hospital. I don't know about that color, guys. What do you think? I'm not excited. I don't think that did it for me. Let's see what this one does. Do I have an end I can find, or do I have to unravel it? No, I can find it. Let's try one more. Let's try one more before we run out of time. We only have a few more minutes. I've been doing long videos again. Sorry about that. But when we are learning something new, we kind of have longer videos, right? I don't need quite that much on the end. So we have this one, and I think that it does add some lightness to it. Let's try that one. I think it might be a bit big. Let's make it a little bit smaller. you have to pull like tiny little ears and then you make them bigger. Start with little bunny ears and then you go big. Yeah, let's do that. I think that works. Cute, right? These bunnies are adorable. Sam has a full set, and I made them in a bunch of different sizes, so I even have some tiny little ones to use. So, I'm going to take that out of there because I want to share with you what we've been making today. I'm going to pull this off my desk. It's just creating a hot mess here. So, excuse my reach. The glue's away. The whole world doesn't need to see the mess we're making, right? So, there we have a new little bunny. Vintage bunny. This one we're working on. That one will go in here. And then we have this one. So as you can see, you know, we were able to make these bunnies look older. They start aging as we start doing things. I still feel like this one needs some more work, so I'll work on it a bit more. But of course, you put it into 1600 paper folder. It does age itself up a little bit, doesn't it? So I hope you enjoyed that video and you learned something about some aging techniques and playing with your inks and your goodies and, you know, see what you get. So thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful day and a fabulous rest of your week. And I will see you all very soon. Hugs and kisses, guys. Bye-bye.